Matt Riddle tells fans that RKBro scooters are coming soon. WWE President Nick Khan's surprising opinion about AEW discusses a 4-hour Raw. Triple H rejected French NXT superstar names for interesting reason. John Cena's new t-shirt blatantly copies CM Punk design, Young Bucks react. Vince McMahon meets Gable Steveson at WWE SummerSlam. CM Punk's first AEW t-shirt smashes sales record. Bianca Belair opens up about Sasha Banks missing WWE SummerSlam. Goldberg talks about his son Gage potentially joining WWE. Asuka fires back at report about her WWE absence, and more. We are starting today with the new Raw Tag Team Champions RKBro, who've proven to be a highlight of WWE in recent months. As one of the company's most popular teams, RKBro t-shirts are already available, but some even more unique merchandise may be in the pipeline. On the Battleground podcast, Riddle discussed working with Orton and said that they've talked about having RKBro scooters made to sell on WWEshop.com. Riddle said, "They're in the works. I think it depends on what kind of... I ride a high-quality scooter. I don't settle for anything less. I think the WWE wants to make sure if we provide a scooter to our fans, we want to make sure it's the highest level scooter possible." Riddle already has t-shirts and flip-flops for sale, and if he and Randy Orton win tonight, then it may just be a matter of time before official RK-Bro scooters are being ridden by the original Bros' dedicated fans. Since forming in early 2019, AEW has gone from strength to strength, building a loyal fan base with each passing week. Several fans who have flocked to AEW did so after growing tired of WWE's booking, but that's not a problem, according to WWE President Nick Khan. Speaking to Ariel Helwani of BT Sport, Khan was asked about the competition WWE now has thanks to AEW, but Khan said that WWE isn't looking at competitors, but are looking ahead to their own future. Khan may not be looking at competition, but perhaps he should start, as AEW has been doing very successful, earning the loyalty of fans, something that WWE has been struggling to do. If Khan was looking at the competition, he'd no doubt see how many of WWE's releases have gone on to be bigger stars in AEW, but for now at least, WWE is only thinking of its own product and no one else's, at least according to the company president. Many of Khan's decisions have proven to be unpopular with the fans, and the WWE president may be preparing to make another unpopular call. In that same interview, Khan expressed his desire to make Monday Night Raw a 4-hour show, saying that it would make the company more money, and joked about making SmackDown an 8-hour weekly event. "We all love wrestling, but it's difficult enough getting through a 4-hour pay-per-view each month, never mind a 4-hour Raw on a weekly basis." Thankfully, Khan was clearly joking and said how there's only so much the creative team can create in a week, but it also shows that Khan is always looking for new ways to turn extra profit for the company. Over the past year, WWE has cut a ton of talent in the name of budget cuts that have been led and orchestrated by Khan himself. Whenever we see a wave of talent be released, it's almost always done at Khan's request, making the WWE president one of the company's most unpopular figures, at least to the fans. Khan has previously said that he doesn't mind taking the heat from fans, and in the interview, the WWE president doubled down on this idea of not caring what the crowd has to say. He said, "The people I love and care for, of course I care what they think of me as an individual. The people I do not know, they're allowed to have their opinions, it does not affect me in any way, I don't read it." Khan went on to say that from his perspective, that he's happy to get all the blame when something's a disaster, but when something's great, he'd rather see the credit go to other people. It's a strange philosophy by Khan, who has grown increasingly more important since joining the company just over a year ago, and fans can look forward to blaming him for everything, just as he wants it, for years to come. Two former WWE names that have joined AEW are Everrise, aka 2.0, who were released earlier this year. Now, the pair are speaking openly about their time in NXT, and during Talk is Jericho, discussed how the Everrise name came to be. The story goes that the pair were told just one day before their debut that they needed a new name, and that they'd suggested a French name that was rejected by Triple H. At the time, the game argued that they didn't want French names, as if they did, it wouldn't be long before they were wearing berets as French stereotypes. Instead, the pair were named Everrise, which was the name of a band one of the writers dreamed of having as a teenager in one of the strangest ways for a team to get their name, one they only had for under 2 years before the release. Now it's been over a month since Asuka last competed in WWE, and fans have been wondering where she's been. Recently, a report came out saying that she was fine, but WWE had nothing for her, and that she recently left a Raw taping early because there were no plans for her on the show. That isn't the case according to the former Raw Women's Champion herself, who in a tweet called the information being circulated totally wrong and said that the entire situation is completely different. Saying that she'd like to find the person who provided that information, Asuka is refuting any claim that she'd leave a show early, which is a sign of disrespect in the industry. If the story of her being healthy but unused is a, quote, fake story, then we're curious as to why exactly the massively talented superstar hasn't been used, and we'll keep looking into this story as more details come out. At SummerSlam, John Cena debuted his latest shirt, which was an homage to the popular 1988 Nintendo game Super Mario Bros. 3. Cena's shirt isn't the first time this game cover art has been used though, and on Twitter, several fans pointed out that John's shirt was seemingly a ripoff of an older design for CM Punk, which can be found on Pro Wrestling Tees. It's certainly interesting that Cena's shirt made its debut just one day after Punk joined AEW on Rampage, and though there's a chance that this is nothing more than a coincidence and WWE didn't even know of Punk's original t-shirt design, it's unfortunate timing to say the least. It wasn't just fans who noticed the similarities between Cena's and Punk's shirts, as the Young Bucks also weighed in on this merchandise controversy. Like Cena and Punk, the Bucks have used the Super Mario Bros. 3 artwork as the template for their own t-shirt design, and on Twitter, shared a pic of their own shirt with no caption needed. The Bucks are no stranger to cashing in on various incidents over the years, even selling shirts from the time their faces were banned in the Thunderdome. And we doubt the Bucks will stop their trolling or even making money from that trolling anytime soon. At SummerSlam, Olympic gold medalists Tamyra Mensah-Stock and Gable Steveson made an appearance as the pair were recognized for their wins in Tokyo this year. Both shared the ring for a quick celebration, and this could be the first of many times they are in the squared circle. Mensah-Stock has previously said she's interested in becoming a superstar, while Steveson has teased joining WWE, even tweeting at Vince McMahon himself. Now the pair have come face to face as Steveson tweeted a photo of him and McMahon backstage, calling the chairman the man I wanted to see. Although Steveson has shown an interest in WWE, he's also considering options with UFC and the NFL, but we're sure he and the chairman had a very interesting talk at SummerSlam. Over to AEW next, and not only did CM Punk debut on Friday's Rampage, but he also debuted a brand new shirt, his first official piece of merchandise with AEW. AEW's merchandise is sold through Pro Wrestling Tees, who are no stranger to huge sales figures, and now another record has been set thanks to the best in the world. On Twitter, PWTs said that Punk now holds the record for most shirts sold in 24 hours, but didn't specify just how many shirts have been sold. Previous holders of this esteemed record include Sting and the late Brody Lee, and with Punk now holding the record, we're sure this will be the first of many pieces of merchandise for the former WWE champion now that he's an official member of AEW's roster. At SummerSlam, Bianca Belair lost the SmackDown Women's title to Becky Lynch, but she was supposed to be facing Sasha Banks. Banks wasn't at SummerSlam or on the SmackDown before it, and had been pulled from 2 WWE live events for what was called unforeseen circumstances. Speaking about the boss at the SummerSlam after-party, Belair gave some insight onto why Banks hasn't been around, saying, "All I can say is, tonight it couldn't happen with Sasha Banks, but coming soon, it'll be a time where Sasha and I are in the ring again. So we're definitely going to finish what we started off, and you know, it's been a tough couple of weeks for Sasha Banks, and I was ready to put an end to her tonight. So whenever that time happens, I'm going to be ready to put an end to her and move over to Becky." It's still unclear what has happened to Banks to cause these tough couple of weeks, but we're sending our best to the boss, who has a lot of unfinished business with Bianca Belair. And we're ending today with Goldberg, but not the former Universal Champion, but rather his son, Gage Goldberg. At SummerSlam, Gage got physical after the WWE Championship match between his father and Bobby Lashley, and he's certainly grown since when fans saw him at Survivor Series 2016. Speaking on the bump this week, Bill Goldberg was asked about the possibility of his son joining WWE and said, "I don't want to choose his path. The kid's 15 years old and he's a hell of a baseball player and a hell of a football player. If one day he wanted to step in the ring, I would support it 100%. I would let him know to be prepared to be a target, as he is probably right now. As a father, I would be behind him 100%. Just know, if he did, he would be the biggest and baddest to ever step in the ring, just like his dad." At 15, Gage has his entire life ahead of him and plenty of time to make a decision. But after receiving the Hurt Lock by Lashley at SummerSlam, we are interested to see how both Gage and his father respond. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.